If your content feels directionless, if your visuals are all over the place, if nothing about your brand feels cohesive, it all traces back to one thing you probably skipped when you started your artist career: your core brand identity. And I don't mean your logo or your color palette. I am talking about the core association that people carry in their head when they think of you and your music. Because this core brand identity is going to determine everything: what your visuals look like, what your content feels like, where you shoot, what you wear, the language and tone of every caption that you put within your content. You need people to know exactly what you as an artist are all about. I'm going to walk you through the exact process that we use with artists to find their true brand identity. From listing the ingredients to filtering through your audience's lens, all the way to landing on that brand identity phrase that's going to unlock your visuals, your content, your text hooks, everything. So let's get into it. So when I say brand identity, I don't mean your logo, I don't mean your color palette or your fonts or what filter you use on your photos. That is all aesthetics. And aesthetics matter immensely to build your artist brand, but that's a completely separate conversation. Brand identity at its core is all about association. It's the thing that pops into someone's head when they think of you as an artist. Like if you think about the band Kiss for a second, what do you think of? It's obvious, it's the face paint. You might not even be able to name a Kiss song right now off the top of your head, but you know the face paint. That association is their brand. It's instant, it's specific, and it's been locked in your brain for probably your entire life. When someone hears your artist name or sees your face pop up on their feed, is there a thing? Is there something that immediately comes to mind? Because for a lot of artists, the answer is no, and this stems from the fact that they never sat down and actually defined what their thing is. They just started posting, chucking content out there without ever deciding what they want people to truly associate with them. And when you skip that step, everything downstream gets hard. Your content has no clear direction, your visuals are all over the place, your text hooks are vague because you don't even know what world you're speaking from, and all of this is fixed and starts with your brand identity. So the first step is figuring out all of your ingredients, and I mean all of them. This isn't a surface level, what genre are you? I am talking about what makes you, you as a person. What are the things that you can genuinely talk about forever? What lights you up? What are your core joys, your core influences, your obsessions? Go way past music and go all the way back to your childhood. What is it about your lifestyle, your hobbies, the stuff you're into beyond just making music? And the deeper you go, the more material you have to work with. And the reason you go this deep is because the best brand identities aren't built on just a surface level genre name. They are built on the full picture of who someone is as an artist, and genre is just one ingredient, but it's not the whole recipe. The artist who skateboards, watches anime, and wears vintage band tees now are starting to get more ingredients to build a world. I make alternative rock music is a genre, but we have to go deeper than that, and here's where it gets important. You can't just make this list and then pick stuff that you think is the coolest things about yourself, because that is how you end up with a brand that's a self-portrait and it's all self-fulfilling, but you're not taking the audience into account. Every single ingredient on your list as you build your brand identity has to get filtered through one lens and one question. Is this relatable? Could someone at the other end of this look at it and go, yeah, I'm into all that stuff too? Because that's the balance that you're trying to find as an artist when you build your brand identity. Because all the strongest artist brands are able to communicate this larger than life persona with a whole world built around it, but the world is still easily accessible for the right audience. It's aspirational enough to be interesting, but grounded enough that the right person feels like they belong within it. And once you find that line, that is where the gold lives in. So now you've got your list, you've filtered everything through that audience lens first, not just yourself, but what comes next is the actual skill, which is finding the intersection. You're looking for two things from your list that are both individually recognizable, but that nobody has combined before. Two references that people already understand on their own, but when you put them together, something new pops out and clicks. That combination becomes yours as an artist, as a person, and nobody else can claim it because nobody else sits at that exact intersection. There's an artist we work with who came in with this massive list of influences: Blade Runner, 9 Inch Nails, The Cure, old detective films, interests in sci-fi, graphic novels, cyberpunk anime. They were a night owl and they made all their music in the middle of the night, staying up till 3 or 4 a.m. Sonically, they were layering heavy guitars with synths and cinematic big production. And once we started digging through all of it, two worlds kept showing up across every single category. There was this noir cinematic darkness, the detective films, the shadows, all that moody cinematic influence that has inspired him visually and sonically. But then there was also this futuristic edge. So all the sci-fi, the synths, the cyberpunk. Noir is retro, futuristic is forward-looking. So on paper, they're not always going to go together. But for this artist, we were able to find the intersection both aesthetically and sonically, and that is where the brand identity lived in. So we named it Futuristic Noir Rock. 3 words, and once that phrase existed, everything else unlocked around it. The visuals became obvious, so everything is this neon lit, chrome leather, dramatic shadows with big color palettes. Every photo shoot had this visual North Star in mind to make it look like a Blade Runner scene, and the content had a clear direction now. Moody, cinematic, dark, but still futuristic. None of those core brand elements were clear before we had that phrase unlocked, but after we were able to sit down and dig through all of it, it became obvious. And here's where this all really comes together. Once you know the brand is Futuristic Noir Rock, now you know exactly who your audience is. It's the people who watch Blade Runner on repeat. It's the people who've got cyberpunk desktop wallpapers. They also go to rock shows. They like being out at 2, 3 a.m. And now all of your text hooks for your content start to write themselves. For people who think Blade Runner should have had a harder soundtrack, the way this song sounds like driving through a neon lit city at 3 a.m. That level of specificity is only possible because the intersection of your brand was defined first. Without having that, you're just guessing and throwing shit out there. But with it, your entire brand pipeline opens up. And that's the part of this that so many artists miss. They'll go, I sound like Nirvana, but that is not a brand identity. There's no intersection there. There's no unique combination. It's just one reference point. And when your brand is just one thing, there's nothing to really own. There's nothing unique. You're just a version of something that already exists. And that's the process. List your ingredients, go deep, go way past just the genre and surface level who you're inspired by, but go deep into who you actually are as a person. But make sure that you're filtering everything through the audience lens. Is this relatable? Could someone feel like they belong in this world? If that's the case, find the 2 things that keep showing up that feel you and name that intersection. And once you have that phrase, everything else flows from it. Your mood board flows from it, your visuals flow from it, your content direction, your wardrobe, the locations you shoot in, the references you pull, all of it. All of it comes from that phrase. You stop second guessing every creative decision because the phrase is the North Star. Does this feel like futuristic noir rock? If the answer is yes, cool, it's on brand. If the answer is no, then it's not for us. It becomes a filter for every brand decision you make. Your brand identity phrase also feeds all of your text hooks. It's what feeds the specificity that makes the right people stop scrolling and feel seen. You can't write for people who think Blade Runner should have had a harder soundtrack if you don't know your brand lives at the intersection of futuristic and noir and rock. The identity has to come first, and then the language stems from it. So if you've been posting content and it feels directionless, if your text hooks are vague and boring, if your visuals are all over the place and nothing feels cohesive, this isn't going to be solved by just referencing more viral content. This is a brand identity problem, and the fix starts with a list, a lens, and the 2 to 3 words that change and unlock everything else.